Hola, hola, hola. Yeah, so today I'm in Kisoro, um, and my idea is to walk from Kisoro to Kampala. No, not Kampala. I'm way ahead of myself. No, Kisoro to Kabale. Um, and I'm doing it for three things. Most especially, all my walks are spiritual endeavors. Every time I walk, I get in touch with my inner self. As I start the walk, there's a lot of thoughts going through my head, a lot about my life, my regrets, my anxieties about the future, all that at the beginning of the walk. But as I'm getting into kilometer 7 or something like that, 1 hour later, it's just me and the road. And I feel that at a spiritual level, that makes me stronger, makes me get in real access to the person that I am. It's very important in life, if you're the kind of person that is interested in finding meaning in your life, to get in touch with your true self, because the more you get in touch with your true self, the more you achieve what they call self-realization. Yeah. So walking for me is as good as a meditation. It is a chance for me to really get in touch with who I truly am, face my traumas, most of the things I've gone through life, the traumas of my life float out on the surface. Same as when I'm meditating and I'm quiet meditating. All these traumas, even if it's something that I did yesterday, or somebody that I talked to that day, anything that bothered me floats to the surface and comes out. And yeah, I have to face it. And the more you face these things, the more you see them, the more you understand them, the easier you're able to deal with them, because they disintegrate from your attention. Your attention is a kind of psychic energy. It makes traumas disintegrate right before you. It's a very simple way of defeating your demons. The second reason I walk, of course, is to have fun. Walking is my hobby, and I have the right to change it. I can change it from walking, and maybe this time do. I've been entertaining the idea of doing canoeing. Imagine me on Lake Victoria doing canoeing, moving with my boats, going everywhere. Ah, sounds good. But right now it's my hobby and I love it very much, and I love doing it. And every opportunity for me to get on the road is exciting. Also full of fear. Yeah, because every time I want to, like now I'm thinking I'm going to walk these 80 kilometers to Kabale. I have to pass through a forest, a thick forest with monkeys and all that. Man, I've only passed there with cars. I actually don't know where the hell I'm going to sleep in the middle of the road between Kisoro and and Kabale. But I know I'll be fine. I know I'll be fine. So those are the kind of fears. Then of course I'm also afraid of getting extremely tired, because 40 kilometers is quite a walk. Yeah, but these are some of the things I have to face and then go and conquer them. And yeah, it's part of the hobby. Third, I'm working as a walking Rotarian. Walking Rotarian from the Rotary Club of Arkwright City, which is my club. And I'm working for mental health awareness. Mental health is something that a topic that I'm very interested in, something that I feel I can contribute to, especially because I am the lab, the laboratory. I am the scientist, and my body is the lab. And I've worked on my lab and improved myself mentally and physically. Yeah. So in fact, today the thing is, I want to talk about mental health issues, and mental health issues in the context of addiction. I'll tell my own personal story. I used to drink alcohol, and by the time I stopped drinking alcohol in the year 2022, in May 2022, I used to drink alcohol every day, every single day. And I was not even drinking beer, which is a bit light. I was actually drinking spirits. I was drinking Gilbey's or Uganda Waraji or whatever on a daily basis, every day. Yeah. Of course, I was functioning, I was working, and so it never came across as a problem. And also, whenever I drank, I never drank too much to get extremely drunk, like most alcoholics who cannot stop drinking. I had the capability to stop drinking. Yeah, so maybe quarter a liter of Gilbey's, which is a quarter or a half, and a half give me a hangover. The next day I would not be feeling good, but a quarter my body could handle, as in I couldn't get the hangover, but of course I was suffering the toxicity of the alcohol. Yeah, alcohol is a very terrible poison. Let nobody ever lie to you. To drink, the only reason why you should drink because you are ignorant of what you're doing. But if you dare educate yourself like I did about what alcohol does to your body, and you actually claim to love yourself, you would not drink alcohol. No, you wouldn't. It's the worst thing that you can ever do to yourself. It is the epitome of self-hate. Yeah. Alcohol is a metabolic poison. Every cell in your body is poisoned by alcohol. Mitochondria, the organelles in your cells, in your body cells, which produce the energy ATP for your body, are killed by the alcohol. Every time you drink alcohol, the moment it enters the liver needs a lot of energy to work. What it does, number one, is to enter inside there and kill the mitochondria. It also kills your gut microbacteria, the bacteria that are in your intestines. Those bacteria are like responsible for 90% of your immune system, and many other things that those bacteria do. They're responsible for your thought process. So by the time you really mess up the population in your gut of the bacteria, you're messing up with your thought process. And that's why we have depression and anxiety, the biggest mental health issues in Uganda. But your immune system is also completely messed up, thrown all over the place. That's why you need to wear a mask when there's COVID. Because your immune system is low, you can't even take any risks. Yeah. Cancer. Cancer is an immune illness. It's an immune disease, not illness, actually. Disease of the immune system. Because when your immune system is good, it kills the tumor cells before they grow. So when you drink alcohol and kill the gut microbacteria, you weaken your immune system. Diseases like cancer easily come and take over. That's why you're here in Uganda, because in Uganda we have a serious drinking problem. And when I talk about drinking, not talking about addicts, these people, alcoholics who are falling all over the road. I'm talking about you and me, who just drink in the evening with friends and drink 3 beers, 4 beers. You're the one I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Orimutamivu, Omwenge Gumononye. No, I'm not talking about that one. That one also is suffering, yes, at an extreme level, but you, in your ignorance, think that you are drinking moderately, but you're actually poisoning yourself. This I must tell you. Maybe nobody has ever told you. Maybe you think you're a responsible person drinking nicely. By the way, you're an addict. Because what you need to do is you try to quit drinking if you think you're not an addict, and see how difficult it is for you. It's an indicator of addiction. An addict finds it extremely difficult to leave that they are doing. Try leaving the alcohol, just like sugar. Try drinking tea without sugar. For you who loves sugar. Even the idea of giving you tea without sugar scares you, makes your heart pump like, oh, don't disrespect me. And so because you're an addict. There is nothing as addictive as sugar. So sugar is addicting you. You think you're just enjoying your life. alcohol is addicting you, you think you're just enjoying your life. Of course, I have digressed. Oh man, so I used to drink. I also used to smoke weed. I smoked weed for 5 years. I used to enjoy smoking weed, by the way. Yeah, but weed caused me mental fog. It did not give me the mental clarity that I needed. And yet, my idea for life, by the time I stopped smoking it, which was last year, was that I wanted to live the best life I can. Elite life. With an elite body and an elite mind, an elite immune system, mental flexibility, mental fitness, mental wealth. I wanted to live such a life that I could feel like I'm an angel. And you know what? That life is there. But we are asleep and we don't see it. So, I was smoking weed and I was drinking alcohol. So I wanted to share with you how I got over those two vices. In fact, with the weed, I was even growing it in my compound. Didn't want to be buying weed. It was an expensive endeavor. So I was growing it in my compound, especially during the time of COVID, where it became a bit normalized. I started to grow it in my compound. By the way, in Kisoro today, I'm at a place called Ikaze Cottages. Ikaze Cottages, it's a beautiful place. Man, we booked earlier before we came. We came by the bus yesterday during the day, and the bus took forever. The manager kept checking on us. They waited for us until 11. When we arrived, they came to the gate to welcome us like visitors. Do you know someone coming to the gate like you're going to their home? Then they gave us, there was warm water in the cottage, beautiful white sheets. Man, you know, I asked for a flask of hot water because I'd spent the whole day in the bus without drinking water. And they brought me some nice herbal tea. I enjoyed it, took my bath, did my meditation, slept beautifully. They gave me an extra blanket because it's cold in Kisoro. Yeah, right now I'm sitting near this place of the bonfire here. Tonight I'm going to enjoy that bonfire. It's a beautiful place. Ikaze is beautiful, like really nice. Right behind there, I just did a morning session of Qigong with my master, Eli Tom. Very blessed to spend time with him. I digress once again. Anyway, so how did I come to get myself in a position where I could clean myself of that poison called alcohol and weed out of my body? How did I do this? When you are drinking alcohol and smoking weed or using any substances, the number one thing that it does to you is to weaken you. It makes you weak in body because, you cannot be fit when you're an alcoholic. When you're drinking, you cannot. Or you cannot run when you're smoking, when your lungs are full. You know what I mean? Like physically, it messes you up. But also, especially mentally. Yeah. Because you get into what they call a hedonic loop. A loop of hedony, enjoyment, pleasure. You are a pleasure seeker. You wake up in the morning and the only thing you're thinking about is how to maximize your pleasure. You become a pleasure seeker. And pleasure seekers are weak-minded people. Okay? They are weak-minded people, and that's the majority of the world actually these days. We're all pleasure seekers with social media and all this stuff. You have to really wake up and get out of the loop and try to actually actively seek discomfort. Like these long walks I take, that is actively seeking discomfort so that you may not become that human individual that is stuck in the hedonic loop that makes you weak and exploitable. So alcohol and weed and drugs causes you to become a weak individual. And the weak individual has a weak willpower. So it's very difficult for you to get out of that loop of drinking or smoking or drugs, whatever, if you have a weak willpower. Yeah, if you have a weak willpower. So what you need to do is to build up your capacity, your willpower, your capacity to walk away. And how do you build your willpower? That is where the trick is, because you have to attack things from first principles. Yeah, you have to attack things from first principles. So how do you build willpower? How did I build willpower? Yeah, I built willpower, number one, by a decision. Decision, intention is the number one and most important step that you can take towards recovery. Yeah. So my intention was to live an elite life, to optimize my life to the best possible level possible, so that as I walk on this earth, I'm walking as a god. Let that sink in for a little while. I'm walking on this earth as a god, not of the world, but in the world. That was my intention. Always. I always wanted it. But for some reason, it went up. The desire went up. So I knew what I started to exercise. So exercising became a very, very important part of me, especially during lockdown. When you start to exercise, you build your willpower. Why? Because, oh my God, exercise has a myriad advantages. First of all, exercise increases the flow of the life force within your body, what the Chinese call qi, what the Wachiga call omwisyo, what the Indians call prana. Who else? What else? What can I say? Hey, Baloko, they call it spirit. Not Baloko anyway. Christians call it spirit. Yeah, that thing, that life force, that light, that thing that makes you wake up. Exercise increases the flow. In energy sciences, which is something that I'm actively involved in, energy sciences or spiritual sciences, that energy is simply electricity. Yeah, masanyaraze. Your body runs on electricity. You are an electronic. So when you're doing exercise, your electronic channels, your channels for the flow of electricity expand, and you bring in more of the electricity out of the atmosphere in which you are. Because you are an energy system and you're continuously exchanging energy with the environment with which you are part, you may have an illusion that you are separate from everything else you see. You're separate from the trees, separate from the lake. You are one with it. You're one with it. You're just a part of it. You're not separate from it. That's an understanding that you need. And of course, it requires also some form of awareness to come to that understanding, which many people do not have the awareness. But, you can work on it. Yeah, but the point being that you are exchanging energy with your environment. And your ability to exchange energy with your environment increases when you exercise. And that environment is the one that is giving you life. So you bring in more of the life force into your body and into your whole being when you exercise. And when you exercise and increase your life force in your body, you increase your power, your ability, your will power, the one I was telling you about. When you drink alcohol, it's like a curtain that you close the curtains on your being, and all the light that is coming from outside finds you blinded. So the inside begins to atrophy from lack of light. You become a weak individual. So if you are drinking and you like to optimize your life, and when I say drinking, please don't think I'm talking about drunkards. I'm talking about you who's drinking. You who drinks 5 beers, who drinks 7 beers on the weekend and doesn't drink Monday to Friday, but you on Saturday or Friday you really drink. I'm talking about you, the common Ugandan. I'm talking about these drunkards you laugh at. No, I'm talking about you. Yeah. So, if you would like to clean that out, because I know it's very difficult to quit, you will need to build your willpower. And you build your willpower through exercising. Exercises increases your ability to build willpower. Yeah. Um, Another way in which I increased my willpower was through meditation. You know, meditation is the foundation of everything. It is the framework upon which you build everything in your life. If you don't know, now you know. Yeah, so meditation is a very, very powerful activity. It turns ordinary men into extraordinary beings. Yeah, yeah. So, by itself, what is meditation? Simply, meditation is about relaxation. You relax your body, you keep your back straight, and you be still and know that I am God. Yeah. So, you relax your body, be still, um, focus on your breath. That's just one type of meditation, by the way. It's not the only one, but sit down, relax, put your back straight, focus on your breath, and stay there. You know, you will realize that your mind is straying all over the place, but then the whole point is to always bring that mind back and focus it on, your breath. And when you do that, you're really into mind control. Yeah, because another thing that you realize in meditation is that you're not in control of your thoughts. And if your thoughts create your life and you're not in control of your thoughts, holy camoli, it means you're not actually in control of your life. Now, what you need to do to get in control of your life is to realize that you're not in control of your life, that your thoughts are the ones taking you here and there, but you're not the one generating them. They're being generated by themselves. That's one thing you learn in meditation. Because you will be trying to focus on your breath, but my friend, you'll be thinking about the person that's disappointed you yesterday, the plans that you have in future, your son who's doing this, your wife who's doing, and you're like, man, I'm trying to meditate, but these thoughts just keep coming. Why? Because you're actually not in control. Now, when you know that, it's liberating, because even it means that desire for drinking, that desire for showing off, that desire for all these things is not you. It's being generated by your being. Yeah. By the way, next time we shall talk about how you can tune your body so that your thought process is more purified. But it's the same things I'm talking about. It's exercises, meditation, fasting. They're the same things. Because if your being, and when I talk about your being, I'm talking about your body and the atmosphere around you. By the way, your energy body which surrounds you is much bigger than your physical body. So you are the part of you, your body, your physical body is the small part of you. So you have a whole invisible part of you around you. Yeah. And then this physical body. Yeah. So when I talk about your being, I'm, talking about your body and your aura. Yeah. So meditation helps so much with that. And you get to realize that you can now watch your thoughts, become the observer of your thoughts, and make a decision whether you want to act on those thoughts or not. In other words, you increase your response ability, your responsibility. You watch your thoughts, you don't react to the thoughts, you take a breath, and then you decide how you want to act on those thoughts, whether to ignore them or to act on them. That is increased responsibility. And that's what meditation does for you, hence giving you willpower. I also started to fast. Yeah. When I started to fasting for a week, eating 1 meal a day at 6 o'clock. And when you fast, fasting is really a mental game. Yeah. You're learning to manage your emotions, you're learning to manage your thoughts, your mind around the topic of food, which is the topic of survival. You're dealing with your limbic brain, your brain stem, you're dealing with matters of survival. Your body is sending alarm bells all over the place because you're not eating at the time that it expects to eat. It is telling you, man, this is a survival thing. So those are very, very strong emotions. The moment you train your mind during fasting to watch those thoughts, ignore them, transcend them, and tell the body to shut up and wait, you will feed it at 6. Then you're building willpower. So fasting, apart from making you lose weight, which is the best thing, it also builds your ability, your power over your physical body, over your mental body, and over your emotional body. So you're dealing with very strong forces here. Meaning that if you become a faster on a regular basis, you're the kind of person who can say ngenda kola chino, and you do it. Yes, yes. So those 3 things. Of course, I'm also a Qigong practitioner. Qigong is a form of, I like always to separate it from meditation, but it's also a form of meditation. It's a martial art from China, but a martial art for internal martial art, not combat. I might start doing a combat one as well. Maybe I should do Kung Fu. Yeah, but I am a Qigong practitioner, enthusiast, doing so well, man. I push. I mean, I do a form of Qigong called Jamjong, standing like a tree. Like that tree behind there, you see? Yeah, I stand like that tree for 45 to 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour. Still in one position. Build mental strength, build inner capacity, build my bones, build my muscles, get fit, build my immune system, become extraordinary. My goal. And it doesn't end. It's something you do for life because it is a lifestyle. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Looks like it's time for me to leave. We're going to walk in Kisoro with my man Elitom. We're going to Lake Mutanda. It's a beautiful volcanic lake. We're going to go there, and 15 kilometers from here, Ikaze Cottages. We're going to walk there. It's going to take us 3 hours. Reach there, have a blast, enjoy, and come back. But let me just finalize. I was able to use fasting, to use exercising, and to use meditation as a way to build my willpower. And the willpower allowed me to walk away from the vices that were stopping me from living the kind of life I am capable of living. So it was just one morning that I said, I'm tired of drinking alcohol and I'm not going to drink it again, because every time I drink it, I fail to meditate. My mind is all over the place in the morning. I cannot sit down in one place and meditate. It was an enemy of my meditation. And I was able to see that and then stop it. And when I stopped it, it was a decision that I had made. I have not been tempted to go back. Why? Because I am more in control of myself. I am in my body. I'm aware of my bodily desires and my emotions, and I have transcended most of that. I'm not the kind of person that now can say I've stopped drinking and then I go back to drinking. Why? Because I've built my willpower. Same as weed. Just one morning I said, you know what? This thing is not serving me. This thing, my wife hates it, my mother hates it, everybody around me hates it. It's not giving me the kind of life that I need to live. I'm stopping it. And I stopped it. And I have not gone back because I've built my willpower through fasting, meditation, and exercise. Hey,
Hey,
Elitan.
brother.
This is my man. Okay, so we're going out. We're going to Mutanda. Talk to you soon. Stay strong. Do what you have to do to live the life that you want. Cheers.